I have the names here on the. We're just doing the gameplay video window, etc. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We've got another exciting episode of Table Flippin' Board Games. This is episode 6. Although we're doing something a little bit different tonight, two of our hosts had some very important commitments, so we're hoping they're having a lot of fun where they're at. But we are doing a special episode tonight that's another side mission, and I know what you're thinking. We were just playing a side mission from the main quest we were playing in the main game, so this is not a Christopher Nolan movie. We are actually going to take a break from the Arkham horror card game, and tonight we're going to be playing a game by a different game company, Z-Man Games, publishers of the famous Pandemic board game. They actually did a version of this that takes place within the H.P. Lovecraft world. So we're playing today Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. And so we'll be getting started on that here in just a little bit. So we're staying within the same theme. Just think of it as like maybe a memory. One of us fell asleep and we're dreaming about a prior world-ending event that we had to stop at some point in the past or something
the usual.
like that. Yeah, exactly. But let me introduce everybody that we have here tonight. Of course, we have two new guests that are joining us tonight. MrLard
Hello.
and Kiljoystick.
Hello.
And of course, you have to put up with Joe Foes and myself, Game Face Killa again. Sorry.
Can't get rid of us.
Exactly. We're here for the long run. All right. So, if any of you are familiar with Pandemic, well, before we do that, let me give one plug, really quick, for the Misscliks channel. We are a part of the Misscliks channel universe. They're a fantastic organization working to promote equality and female empowerment in gaming. They have a great lineup of highly thematic and thrilling content like streaming Dungeons and Dragons sessions and Let's Plays. All right, so if you are familiar with Pandemic, the game, not the actual global epidemic, then you are going to be very familiar with this game. You're going to see lots of things, but one thing that I really like about this game is I was not as excited about playing this the first time I played it, but it actually kind of surprised me with how different it is than Pandemic. So there are some similarities. You'll see some familiar faces, but then you'll also see some things that are really cool and different. This game is a very quick game, and we'll have to compare it to the time that I played it before this, but it seems a lot faster than a regular Pandemic game even. But we'll see if that holds true the second time. I'm actually going to do the setup, starting with the setup, because I think this game will be pretty short, and then at the end of it, we'll all kind of sit back and talk about what we thought of the game, compared to Pandemic, the mechanics, and whether it really immerses us in this universe of H.P. Lovecraft. So, to start off with, just like any other cooperative game, there's about 500 ways you can lose. So what we have to do is we have to run around the 4 towns that are popular from H.P. Lovecraft's fiction. This green town here over here is Arkham, and that's, of course, probably the most familiar town. To its right is the purple town, which is Innsmouth. Those of you are familiar with that. That's where the fish sea people are from.
Is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some stories that take place that a lot of the people are descendants of people from the sea.
Okay.
So it's kind of an interesting story behind it. Then you've got Kingsport down here in the red. And you'll notice each of the locations has a white ring. One of them has a red ring, and that is where the gate is located. So for Arkham, the gate is in the park. For Innsmouth, the gate is in the hospital. And for Kingsport, it's in the graveyard, which is the red. And our last town here, Dunwich, this is where the famous Dunwich horror comes from. And this is the gate is in the old mill for this town, and it's yellow. So as you can see, everything's interconnected by lines. So players are going to move around, trying to defeat cultists, destroy Shoggoths. There's some Shoggoth creatures in this game. And then, of course, ultimately, we want to close all 4 gates. If we can close all 4 gates before we die by one of the many ways we can die, then we win the game. So it's pretty simple as far as winning, but losing, we have to watch a lot of different damage control options. The first way we can lose is there's going to be a series of cards up here at the top You can see there's some spaces that I'm going to fill in here in just a second. And if these cards occasionally will get flipped over, if we get to a point where they're all flipped over and this guy, this last one flips over, this is Cthulhu here, he's going to plunge the world into Age of Madness, Chaos, and Destruction, and we lose. So that's one way we can lose.
That guy.
Yeah. Not
Such a
satisfied.
buzzkill.
Yeah. The other way we can lose is there are only 26 cultists in the cultist bag over here. So if we have to draw a cultist out of the cultist bag and there's none left because they're all out here on the board, causing trouble, partying it up, that kind of thing, then we have lost the game. So there's 26 of those. They're kind of hard to put back. The third way we can lose is these are the Shoggoth bags, and there's actually only 3 of them in the game. If we ever need to draw another Shoggoth because they're all out and there's none left in the bag, we lose. The Shoggoths are big heavies that will slowly make their way towards gates and cause terrible things to happen.
They look fun, guys.
Yeah. The fourth way that we can lose is probably, I feel like, the most common way, which is this is the player deck of cards. This has 40 cards in it. If we ever run out, there's going to actually be more. We're going to put some relics in there and some other cards. But if it ever runs out and we need to draw a card, then we also lose the game. So this is kind of our time keep a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because...
Exactly.
Of all things, time us on time.
Yeah, exactly. And then this game actually adds another element, which is that our characters have the ability to go insane. They have a limited sanity, and it'll slowly drop down. And if it ever gets to 0 for all of us, so there can be 1, 2, or 3 people that are insane, but if all 4 of us are insane at the same time, then we lose the game.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of an interesting
So you
change.
can go insane and come back?
You can.
Yes.
You can come back. There is a rule where if you close a gate, you can then teleport yourself to either the hospital or the church, and you'll be magically cured of insanity. It's an old...
It's only temporary, no worries.
Exactly. It's an old method, but it's effective. All right, so we've got the board set up. We need to set up... first off, I'm going to shuffle... To set up the game, you shuffle the old one's card, and you're going to randomly place them in these spaces. It's usually easiest to start on the right and then go to the left. So we actually don't know. There are other ancient ones besides Cthulhu that'll wake up. They don't end the game, but they do terrible things when they come out, and you don't know what terrible things are going to happen in what order. And then the cool thing is there's some ancient ones that don't come out. There's 5 ancient ones that are left in the deck, so you kind of you can't predict anything, and you don't know what you're going to see because 5 of them are left out. So that'll add an interesting element of surprise. The next step is to place cultists. So I might have some people help me with this. This is going to seem very similar to Pandemic. So I'm going to draw 2 cards, and they're going to have town names on them. So, and locations. So you'll notice this is a yellow farmstead, so we're going to place 3 cultists on the yellow farmstead. You always place...
3?
Yeah, so you're going to draw 2 cards, place 3 cultists for those cards, then you're going to draw another 2 cards, place 2 cultists on those locations, and then another 2 cards and place 1 cultist on those locations.
Well, this bag's going to run out just in...
I know.
Just in setup.
I know. The world starts in chaos. The cultists are already out, causing trouble, buying up all the kegs.
So there's supposed to be 3 on the red one, too?
Farmstead and Market, yes.
Okay. 3 on each.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we've got 2... They're kind of hard to...
They're too big.
We can shrink them if you want.
Let them. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, right?
Yeah. There you go. So I drew another 2 cards, so now we've got 2 cultists this time on the train station and the cafe.
Oh, I just knocked one over.
Green is the train station.
Stand next to your friends.
Oh yeah, right next to our... all players start on train stations, so we're going to start with 2 cultists with us.
Got the cafe, and it looks like the train station's done.
Partying with us.
All right.
Partying.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that started. Now we're going to draw 2 last cards, and these are going to get 1 cultist each. So we've got Purple Hospital and Yellow Swamp.
Yellows.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? All right.
Cool.
And we're down to 14.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, we haven't decided who is going to go first. Do you guys want to do that randomly?
What do the rules say?
It says the first player picks. Oh, the player to have most recently read a horror story is the first player.
Oof, not me. You're going back to like 5th grade.
Goosebumps.
Same.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Well, I probably read the most, so that would probably be me, right?
I bet. I'm pretty
But
sure.
I've read a horror story though. It has to be a horror story.
Horror story.
What about you?
Can't say I've read one in like last 10 years, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've read one this semester with my students. So
There you go.
I did not.
so you haven't read a horror
Alright.
story. Okay. So I guess
Not this semester.
Okay, I'll pick first. So when you play, you shuffle up the investigator cards, and then you have to. The first player chooses one of the two options that are available. So, just to tell you a little bit about the card, it tells you the title of the character. So in this case, this one on the left is the driver. Below that, that number is how many actions you get per turn. If you go insane, you have to flip the card over, and you'll notice that you have less actions and your ability changes.
Oh.
So you have to be
Okay.
careful of that. You can become limited if you become insane. So his special action is when he does the walk action, which is the normal movement action, he can move 2 locations instead of 1. So he actually moves twice as fast as other characters. And if Ithaqua ever comes out, is revealed as one of the ancient ones up here at the top, he ignores that.
So the driver is great at walking?
Right. Yeah.
Makes sense.
He car walks. So
Alright.
It's Arkham. Don't ask questions.
yeah, exactly. It's the Flintstones cars.
There you go.
All right. The hunter also has 4. I think everybody has 4 actions if they're sane. She can remove all cultists when doing a defeat cultist action. So when you go to a space and if you want to get rid of cultists, you have to spend an action per cultist. She can clean them all out in 1 action if there's up to 3.
Oh, wow. She seems awesome already.
And then once per turn, she can defeat a Shoggoth, which are the big boss guys that we have to fight with only 1 action. Normal characters, it takes 3 actions to destroy a Shoggoth.
It's pretty dope.
Wow.
And
Okay.
and you have to do
She's
them all.
basically
in 1
the
turn.
medic,
Yeah, she's
which
basically
is what
the
I want to
pandemic
be.
medic. Yeah.
Okay.
So I suppose
I
I'm
like
going to be.
the medic.
I suppose I'm going to be choosing the driver.
Oh, because the one you don't choose, what, gets shuffled back?
No, the one you don't choose is replaced, or the one that you do choose is replaced with a second card. And
so
now
you pick that because your wife will be mad at you?
Right. I want to continue to have a happy marriage. So, all right. The next character to choose from is the Doctor, El Doctor, or Senor Doctor. Sorry. He has 5 actions. There you go. I
Wow.
just got contradicted. So he has 5 actions per turn. That's his special abilities.
Cool.
Sorry.
And this is whose pick?
Whoever wants to go next.
Oh.
I mean, now's your chance to get the hunter.
Yeah, Kristen, if that's the one you can go next.
Are you sure? I just like
Yeah.
the hunter because I like removing all the things.
Oh no, that's
Sounds like a good thing to have.
It's all new to me, so anybody's gonna
All
be
right.
good.
So now we have the detective. He has 4 actions, and you only need 4 cards of the same color to seal a gate. So normally it takes 5 cards of the same color. It's like a trick-taking game. You want to play 5 cards of the same color while you're on a gate, and that closes the gate. This guy, the detective, he's a square-jawed, steely-eyed Fed. He
He's
reminds
a
me of a
square
certain
jaw.
Fed. Yeah. You only need 4 cards for him to seal a gate, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
That's good.
You're welcome to go, MrLard, unless you wanted me to go. You don't like that.
I like the look of his trench coat.
You like that guy?
Yep. Based solely on his fashion choice.
Oh.
Nice. Sometimes that's the best way to play.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So next
Who
we
do I
have the occultist. She has 4 actions. As an action, she can move 1 cultist up to 2 locations. So that she kind of moves other people. I'm assuming she's using not telepathy. What's
influence or something? 'Cause
What's the
she's
one
a-
where you can hear their thoughts and tell them what to do? That's
Telepathy.
telepathy. Okay, I was getting
Yeah.
yeah.
Like kinesis is moving.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There,
you're right.
kinesis. Yeah. I was getting that confused. And then for 2 actions, she can actually move Shoggoths as well, which is kind of cool because the Shoggoths, wherever they come out, they move towards gates, and sometimes you want to try to delay them as much as possible.
Okay. It's kind of funny because the doctor is pretty much the power of my guy in our regular game. Is just like getting extra action. But
It's Skids in disguise.
yeah, it's kids who alternate universe that went to medical school.
Exactly. And also like ate a lot and didn't exercise.
But I'm actually going to go with the occultist just because that's kind of different.
Okay.
Be a bit more challenge with that power, I think.
All right, cool. So there's still a couple more characters if you all are interested in learning about them. There's a reporter. She has 4 actions. Taking a bus. When she takes a bus, which is like a fast move action, she can discard any clue card to go to any location in any town. So that's kind of cool because normally you're bound by the cards you have in your hand as to where you can travel. She kind of lets you use them as a wild card. She can also move from a bus station to any other bus station without spending a card, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
I could have been a magician?
Exactly.
Dang.
He actually starts the game with a relic. So their relics are like special event cards that we can get, although using them makes you go insane in this game. He also has a bigger hand limit, and then he can either do the give or take relic action for free. So he's really good at relics and using them and trading them.
Okay.
So that's his use. All right, so we got our 4. And let's see, the next step. Oh, so everyone needs to take 4 sanity tokens out of this sanity bag here. And everybody's starting sanity is the same.
Okay, apparently I cannot. I am incapable of taking sanity.
You can't take anything out?
Uh-uh.
You just got to pull it fast like a deck.
I put 4 in your thing.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Because I am incapable.
just helping a fellow out. A fellow hunter.
So we're actually playing on standard difficulty. We decided ahead of time if you want to play on easy difficulty, then you're going to use the full clue deck, which has all of these cool looking, they look kind of like pencil drawn pictures of the different towns. You're going to take, if you want to play on the standard level, you're going to take one of each of those colors out of this starting clue deck. These are the clue cards, which are basically our player cards. So we switched from beginner to standard by taking one of each color. If you want to play difficult mode, which I don't know why anyone ever does want to play the difficult mode on these games, you would take another of each color out, so 2 of each color. That will make it extremely difficult. You'll have a fun time, I'm sure. So these cards get shuffled, and then depending on the level, the number of, where do the relic cards get added? Oh, here we go, right here. So we're going to take 6 of these relic cards. There's 12 here, so I'm going to shuffle them up. And then I'm just going to take 6 and add them right into the deck, the player deck. 3, 4, 5, 6.
All
Now we
right.
have 46, and I'm going to give it a shuffle. And then each player is going to get 2 cards out of this deck for their starting hand. So I guess I should start.
Okay.
We'll just go in order.
And we can see each other's cards.
We can. So what I can do is I can just turn off hands.
You can draw next, Kristen.
But you guys just both drew all of the evil stirs. Oh, there it goes. It changed. Never mind.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, because it was hidden hands, and then Gabe switched it.
Yeah, because now we can
Okay.
see our cards.
Yeah.
And I'm green, right?
I've forgotten how to flip. Oh, yeah.
F, yeah.
Why didn't I draw a card? I did the deal.
Oh, since I took hands off, you're going to have to physically draw them.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to make sure we're missing
Yeah.
them.
We're just taking away your luxuries.
Yeah.
God, that's so much work.
Yeah. All right. So now what we're going to do...
Apparently, I can't make mine go straight. That's really weird.
If you hit the Q and R and E keys...
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to shuffle the deck one more time just to make sure. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make 4 piles of these cards here. So
Okay.
if people want to help me,
And
of the remaining player cards.
just drawing them off the top here. Huh?
Yep. And,
Okay.
and they just have to be an even stack.
Okay.
I'll let you guys do that. Just for fun.
Gee, thanks.
Just to see if we can handle it. Whoops.
I got it.
Okay. Now there's too many cooks in the kitchen, I think.
That's
step
okay.
back.
We
I'll step
can
back.
even them out in the end. I'll get them if they're.
Yeah, fix my mistakes.
They might come out a little uneven anyway. It's okay. When you play with actual cards, you're just supposed to eye it. You're not supposed to actually shuffle them out like this, and so that they'll sometimes be a little uneven. It's supposed to be not a big deal, but I always think that it makes the universe hate me. So.
Okay, 10, 10, 9, 9.
All right, that's good. So now what we're going to do is this is like the epidemics. You're going to place one of these terrible cards, evil stirred cards, and we'll find out what those are later on,
Sounds
into each of these stacks.
harmless.
And then we're going to give each one a shuffle. And now whatever you do, do not ever shuffle again once we get them back into a stack again.
Okay.
Because otherwise it'll mess everything up in the world. No, it won't be that.
And I'll make the world end.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Quite
here for.
literally.
All right. Okay. And now we've got the player game set up, and we're ready to start. So, every player's turn is pretty simple. You're going to do, you get 4 actions, and I'll tell you what the actions are in just a second. And then at the end of your turn, you're going to draw 2 of these player cards, these clue cards, and then you're going to draw... You know what I just realized? Oh, no, we did draw the right number of cards. Good. Then you're going to play the evil turn, and you're going to draw 2 of these summoning cards. And
2?
yeah, well, it changes as you play the game. So it starts off here
okay.
at the top with 2, and then
I
as more
see.
ancient ones awaken, you'll see eventually we get to 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it gets worse as
3
more
and
ancient
then
ones wake
death.
up. Yeah.
That's fun looking X.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
infinite. So we draw off. So you'll draw starting with 2 of these, and whatever location they say, that you put a new cultist out for each one. Now you notice there's an additional symbol down here at the bottom of these cards that looks kind of like a jester face if you're looking at it from really far away, but it's actually the Shoggoth that are not comic at all. So what those do is
Not funny.
yeah, this is not funny. Wherever they are, if you draw this card and that symbol's on there, you move each Shoggoth 1 step closer to a gate, and if they ever get to a gate, they cause an ancient one immediately to awaken. And so the
okay.
next ancient one's flipped over. So it's kind of like the Arkham version of an outbreak. There's not actually any other kind of outbreak in this game.
Okay.
So that's pretty easy. So your options as an action is you can walk. So that would be just you moving your token 1 space. You can also move from certain places to another town. The other option you can do for movement is you can take a bus. So if you notice on the board, there are these little bus symbols
Oh, okay.
on a couple spaces of each location. Actually, I think Arkham might be the only one that has 2. Every other place has 1. What you can do is you can, and this is where we got confused when we were playing, if you have a card in your hand that matches a town you want to go to, you can discard it and move to that town, any location in that town. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Likewise, let's say I'm over here. So if I had an Innsmouth card, which I do, I can discard that at the bus station and move to any town or any location in Innsmouth.
Okay.
Now, if I'm in Innsmouth and I'm at a bus station, I have an Innsmouth card, I can discard that card and move to any city I want to. Or
Anywhere on the board.
Yeah, anywhere on the board. Any location I want to. So this game is a little bit different than Pandemic 2. It's not as specific as far as where you can move, but what is specific is that there are only a couple of locations that you can move from fast movement-wise.
Okay, so if you for the bus action, I just want to recap this.
If you play a card, and if you're in the city of that color, you can move anywhere. If you play that card, you can move to any location in that city's color.
You have to be on the bus
Bus
station
stop to do it, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So there's the train station here, which is a bus station also, and
Bus train.
Yeah, and then there's a diner over here, and then in the yellow there's the historic inn. There's the market over here in the red, and in the purple you go to the factory apparently.
So
That
the
makes
one to go
sense.
anywhere, you have to have the color of the town you're already in.
Right, right.
Okay.
So the other way you can move is if you are on an open gate. This only works on open gates, not gates once they're closed. If you're on an open gate, you can move to another open gate anywhere on the board. However, as soon as you do that, because you just traveled through another dimension, you have to roll the sanity die and possibly lose some sanity. So those are the movement actions. That's basically how you move across the board. The other
So the gate is. I just want to go over it one
the
more
gates
time.
are the red ringed circles. For red, it's graveyard.
And for one action, you can go from gate to gate.
Right.
So long as they're already open. Or
Right.
still open.
Right.
Okay.
So
And you
those
lose
are
a
Apparently, my battery is running low. Hold on a second, and I'll be back.
Oh, okay. And you lose a sanity if you do that, you said.
You roll for sanity damage, I think. Not necessarily. You might roll a blank.
Okay.
Right, right. Yeah, there is a blank side. There's also a side that just brings out cultists. You don't actually lose sanity. So it's not too much of a risk.
Okay.
The other option you can do, are you able to figure out your headset?
She's still gone. Oh, never mind.
The computer? Oh, yeah, there must be something. It must not be plugged in the right thing. Weird.
Dang it, Cthulhu!
Yeah.
Just already finding ways to mess.
Yeah. So I'll keep going. So the other actions you can do is you can trade if you're in the same location with another person and they have a relic or you have a relic and you want to give it to that person or take it. You can do that as an action.
And these are relics, or
Yeah, the special cards.
gotcha. It says a relic on top. I could read.
Nice.
Damn. But not cards.
Right.
Not
Oh,
travel regular cards.
You can. You're right. You cannot trade regular city cards in this
'Cause
game.
we need to give our cards to.
Oh no, I'm
Lars.
sorry. I'm sorry. You can trade cards. That's the same action. So you can
Okay.
give or take an item or a clue card. However, the only way you can trade a clue card is if you're in the same town as the card. So, for example, if you guys wanted to trade the Arkham card, or we wanted to get someone an Arkham card, we would have to go to Arkham with them.
But any of those areas in Arkham are
Right.
fine.
It can be any location within Arkham, which is kind of nice. Gives you a little bit more breathing room as far as where
Okay.
you meet up. The other thing that you can do is if you're in a location with a cultist, you can spend one action to defeat the cultist in fisticuffs.
Unless you're me, and then you get to
only-
get rid of all of them.
Yeah,
Only fisticuffs?
exactly. You can only use
Doesn't seem
fisticuffs.
fair. They got weapons. They got swords.
The other thing you can do is if a Shoggoth is out, we don't have any Shoggoths out yet. If a Shoggoth's out, you can move to its location, and then you have to spend 3 actions in the same turn to defeat it. It's the only way you can kill it. The nice thing is if you kill a Shoggoth, you get to draw one of these remaining fancy relics over here, which is kind of cool.
And you have to be in the exact same space.
Space, yeah. With
You
them.
can't just be anywhere in Arkham and the Shoggoth is in Arkham.
Gotta be all
Right.
buddy with it.
Right, right.
Okay.
So what you may end up having to do, unless you're like right next to it, you probably won't be able to defeat it that round. You're going to have to move adjacent to it, and then on your next turn, move into the space for one action, then spend your remaining 3 actions just fighting it.
Okay.
And that kills it.
Do you have to do
Again,
it all in
except for
one
me.
turn, or is it a cumulative
It
thing?
does have to actually be all in one turn, except for Kiljoystick's hunter card. She can actually defeat them in one action. So she's pretty much the Shoggoth killer, really.
Okay.
Woot woot.
Remember that.
Yeah. Don't forget though, if you do defeat a Shoggoth, you get a relic, which is kind of cool. The other thing to remember about relics is if you use them, they give you usually a really awesome benefit. Like for example, the silver key here that MrLard has lets a player instantly move across to any location on the board. So that's pretty awesome. However,
Hey.
once you use a relic, you have to roll a sanity die because of the mythos, secrets, mythos, horrors, etc.
Okay.
Go figure.
Yeah. So then the last thing is to seal a gate. So to seal a gate, you have to move to a gate, one of the 4 gates. You have to discard 5 cards of that city. So 5 green if you're in Arkham, or purple if you're in Innsmouth, red Kingsport, yellow Dunwich. And then at that point, the gate is closed. As an additional benefit, every space loses 1 cultist. So if you have a lot of cultists out, it wipes out the power, like amplifies and wipes out 1 cultist at each location in that city.
Okay.
And then, of course, we win the game if you are able to seal all 4. So that's it. That's pretty much the whole game.
Cool.
Those are your action options.
Why do you move in this game? Why do you need to move, I guess?
Well, you have to defeat these cultists, because remember, one of the ways you can lose is if the cultists are out on the board.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's right.
The other thing is that if 3 cultists... if there's a 4th cultist that must be added, I believe it causes the next ancient one to wake up. So you also want to move around to try to get rid of... If there's a group of cultists hanging out, they're loitering, and you got to go kick them out.
The biggest concern.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have more than 3 cultists together, standing together.
Got those knives in the air.
So that's the bad thing about... that's one of the reasons... That's another reason to move around.
Okay. So, just some pandemic things coming back to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So how do we determine who goes first?
Well, we could do it randomly, or we could do it the same, since we already kind of...
We could do the way we drew our characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go in order of the way it's set up on the board, too.
That works.
Yeah, that's
Left
cool.
to right.
Yeah, we could do that.
Works. And it's the same every turn, or do we get to pick the order every turn of who goes when? Like in...
I believe once the turn order
pick.
is set, it just keeps going clockwise like that constantly.
So next round we have to stick with the same order.
Right. There's actually no rounds once you start. It keeps going until you win or lose the game, because there's no upkeep action. You do basically the bad guy stuff at the end of your turn. So since everybody does that at the end of their turn, there's actually no rounds.
I thought you could choose who goes when.
No, not for pandemic or for this pandemic.
Okay.
Once you pick first player and go clockwise, which might be the easiest way to do it, left to right, then we just stay in that order till we either win or lose.
That sounds good. Left to right. It's easy to remember the way the board is.
All right. So I guess I'll defeat one of these cultists here, where I am.
And there's no harm being in the same space with the Shoggoth or cultist?
Nope. You don't. Yeah, there's no damage you take. Oh, actually, if a Shoggoth moves into your space, the big guys, or they move if it moves into your space or you move into its space, you do have to roll the sanity die. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I took care of a cultist there at the train station. I'm going to move down here to Dunwich, and that's my second action. So I've done a walk and a defeat a cultist. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the second cultist here.
Nice.
Just to keep things a little clean.
Fill that bag up.
Yeah.
Right?
And then I'm going to move here for my third. Wait, 1, 2, 3. This was my 4th. Yeah. Okay, so my turn's done. So the only thing I do at the end of my turn is I draw 2 player cards. So first one, I get an Arkham card, and next one, I got a Kingsport card. All right, so I'm building up some Kingsport. I might be a good Kingsport gate closer here. Now what I have to do is, since we're currently at the summoning rate of 2, no ancient ones are awake, I draw 2 cards, and each of these locations gets a cultist. So the first one is Police Station. Somebody mind drawing that for me?
Police station in Arkham.
Yeah. And then...
Let's see here. Here we go.
And then the Old Mill gets 1, yellow.
I got it.
Dunwich.
Oh, you got it? Okay,
Yep.
good.
All right.
Right on the
already-
portal.
We already messed up. I meant to ask you about this, and I mixed up looking at cards, but you should have passed a Arkham card to Lard. Oh, well.
That's true.
I don't have any.
You have an
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I should have done that.
Don't have any except for that one.
Yeah, that's all right. I guess you're working on red then.
Yeah.
When you get cards to him.
Neither of you have Arkham cards, right?
I know. I
No.
didn't. I was trying to
Okay.
look out for others, but I wasn't paying
Okay.
attention.
Okay. I feel like since I do already have an Arkham card, well, it's too early to really just say anything, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard at the first.
Yeah, so I think best bet's probably what? Just clear out the cultists here and just hope to start drawing more Arkham.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so one action, get rid of this cultist. Struggle to put him in the bag. There we go. Let's see. 2 actions to move. And third action to be here. Then fourth,
Ooh, poltergeist.
spooky.
Sorry, that was me. I was trying to fix the cultist problem, and instead I've caused
And you made it way worse.
I've caused pandemic.
2, 3, and fourth to finish off this cultist. You just made this game a whole lot spookier. Okay.
Okay.
That's my turn. And then I draw 2 from the relic or whatever the player deck.
Yeah.
Cool.
Clue cards. There you go.
All right, that's some good drawing. Another one.
Yeah.
Hey.
Woohoo!
Okay. Cool. And then
We got to get you one more.
2 of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll get your cultist for you.
First one's the wharf,
All right. So we got one at the wharf.
and the next one's at what is that?
Secret Lodge. All right. I got both of those.
Thank you.
Okay.
And there is no Shoggoth movement. We got to remember to watch that on those cards. But
Yes.
once there are some.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right. I am gonna discard my Dunwich card here. Oh, if I can move it that far, apparently.
I
Thank
got
you.
it. Mhm.
So I can fly down here and get rid of these guys. Hello, little buddies.
Yeah, that would be good.
Nice work.
Goodbye. I get to remove all 3 because I'm awesome.
So
Yeah.
that's just your second action, right?
Yes.
All right.
Right, and then I'll move over to here and get rid of this guy.
Cool. All right, yellow's looking a lot nicer now. A lot nicer of a town without all these cultists hanging around.
Darn cultists.
Hmm.
All right. So you get 2 player cards or clue
yeah.
cards.
I forgot that I still had stuff to do. Come
That's
on.
all right. Oh,
Evil
no.
stirs! No!
All right, so there are 4 of these in the deck. Okay, so the first thing, you just go through them step by step. The first thing Kiljoystick has to do is roll the sanity die.
No!
Roll
I
it.
gotta scroll up there. I'm on a little screen.
All right, so she rolled it.
Oh.
Ooh.
So she took 2 sanity hits.
F!
So now she's half sanity. You can just delete those if you'd like.
I don't know how to do that.
Delete
Oh, okay.
key. All right. So now the second step is reveal the next old one. Sorry, they're old ones, not ancient.
I don't want
Shub-Nigroth. Draw
Ooh.
4 cards from the bottom of the summoning deck and add 1 cultist to each of these locations. Discard these cards to the summoning discard pile. Okay.
to.
So I'm going to
Wow.
flip the deck upside down. So we got to add 1 from the pawn shop,
I got that.
1 from the park, or to the park,
The perk.
Got that.
1 to the historic inn,
Got it. Yep. Got it.
and 1 to the junkyard.
And I got that one. Yikes.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Oh my god, we're being overrun.
Oh, by the way, old ones either have, if they have just an ability, then it's just a one-time effect. But some of them have an infinity sign at the bottom. That means that effect is ongoing for the rest of the game.
That's
which
no
sucks.
fun.
Wow. Gee.
So a Shoggoth appears. Draw 1 card from the bottom of the summoning deck and put 1 Shoggoth on the location indicated. So the bottom is Boardwalk.
Nobody likes Shoggoths.
I got
I don't like this.
Where's the boardwalk?
Right here.
Ah, there we go.
So now this Shoggoth is going to move 1 space at a time every time we see that symbol at the bottom towards the gate, which is the hospital that's only 2 spaces away.
Ooh, that's
And
not
if he
great.
gets to it, he wakens up another ancient one. All right. Then the final thing is the cultists regroup. So this is the part that comes from Pandemic that sucks and makes people groan all the time. So we have to take the discard pile, flip it upside down,
Ugh.
shuffle it, and then we put it on top of the deck, which means that all the cards that have been spawning cultists are going to be the first ones we're going to draw over the next couple of turns.
Well, that ain't great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my second card here, which will definitely be something way better.
And you still got to do the
I know, I don't want to.
card draw.
Oh, you drew the whole deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do I...
you just have to
What
do it a
the-
little faster. There you go. So we got a new cultist on the market.
Okay, I got that.
Cultist on the market.
Can it ever be too overloaded at the market?
Oh,
There's
hold
like
on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got it. What we got to do is we've got to do another awakening. So we got to awaken
Crab
another
dragons.
ancient one.
Yeah.
All right. So
Because of why? There were already 3 on the
Right.
market. You
Yeah,
can't have
it's
more
like
than
the
one.
outbreak.
yeah, you
in
can't have more than
Pandemic.
3 cultists in one spot.
Oh,
My
no.
turn is going so well.
It's
Oh,
actually a city
Like,
ordinance.
this is the best the best turn ever.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right. So this new ancient one says, "Oh, this is Cathagua
He's pretty.
or
Ooh.
Chethag. I don't know
Oops,
how you
sorry.
pronounce it. It's okay." All players collectively
Oh.
discard 2, 3, or 4 cards, depending on the number of players. So for 4 players, each of us have to discard 4 cards.
So
You
my
are-
whole hand.
Oh no, I'm
Oh.
sorry. This is
One-
collective. This
Four,
is
four collective. Yeah.
So we can
Oh.
pick which 4 we want to discard.
Oh,
I
I'll throw,
don't
I'll
know.
throw
by the
away
way-
King's Fort.
A
You drew the whole
Lars.
deck right here.
What? Ah, crap.
I-
Oh man. Okay, okay.
Okay, hold on.
I can do one of my
Let's fix that.
All
1. There we go.
right.
Dear Lord in heaven.
Okay.
I can do one of my Innsmouth. I don't mind that, I guess. I can live without that. I don't think Lard should lose any of his.
Yeah, I'm on a mission.
I can
Yeah.
do Innsmouth and Arkham, and then keep my 2
So
keys
that's
for it.
3, right?
I'll throw in some Dunwich.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a greedy individual. I can't part with it.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, can Kristen's turn be done? already?
I know.
Right?
she's
No,
gonna
I
draw
still have one more. I still have one more.
Oh boy, what's it going to be?
Swamp.
The swamp.
Right where you were. Okay.
And so,
Oh,
The
and the
Shoggoth.
Shoggoth moves. Okay, so he
Crap
moves.
dragons.
Way to
Okay.
keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So the nice thing is that moving to the gate doesn't automatically trigger it. It's just if he's on it and gets moved again, then he.
He's on the gate right now,
Right.
huh?
No, he's one
No,
away.
no,
No. One
I was
away.
like, I got real
One away.
scared.
Okay.
So it's going to take 2 more at least, or it's actually 2 more actions at least of those cards before he goes in.
Ooh.
Somebody needs to go over there and kill him then. Joe?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Alright.
close.
Oh, I mean, can I have one take back? I was not.
What's
paying
that?
attention. I actually wanted I meant to get rid of my Kingsport card
Oh, sure.
because I had planned to keep the one where the Shoggoth was at the whole time. I just accidentally, because that's pretty much what I thought I needed to do. Is I'm at the bus, right?
Right.
You
So
are.
I can discard
Oh,
my
nice.
Smith and go anywhere, and
Yep.
that's my first action. And so if I go right where he's at,
Mhm.
I'm going to need the rest of my actions to kill him.
Right. But first you have to roll a sanity die.
Oh, so I
Because you
might
entered
not
his
kill him?
space.
No. This is anytime you enter his space, you've got to roll with a Shoggoth. Okay. So you
That
lose
one?
1 sanity,
Okay.
and then now you just have to spend all 3 of your remaining actions, but you do destroy him automatically.
Okay. So that was the right move, you think, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sucks to make you use your whole turn for that, but
Gotta get rid of him, though. There's only 2 left in the bag, so we can lose, I guess. And so now I draw 2 player cards.
Mhm.
Be
But
nice
not
to
the
get
whole deck like me.
an awesome relic. Ah, I knew I'd get one that I'd want to get to Lard. Oh, that's
my
not.
spot. Here. Have your card.
Thank you. So I've done that, and then I draw how many?
Thankfully, we're
many?
still at 2.
2
Summon.
cultists.
Yeah,
Okay,
2 cultists
and-
still.
That's right here. This.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so the first one I got was Secret Lodge in
I'll get
Arkham,
that.
and it has a Shoggoth, but we killed. And also drew the Boardwalk in
All right. Got those
and
2.
that's my turn.
Okay. This looks a little more manageable.
Yeah.
Ooh. Whew. We still got whatever that is in Kingsport, the market.
They're just
gotta
having
go.
a party down there. We got to deal with that.
And the bad thing is we know that we just shuffled the discard pile, so we know some of these places with 3 are going to come up again, like the market. Or wait, did we just draw the
I
market?
think we drew the
We
market.
did draw the market.
That was like the first draw, wasn't
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good.
it? Yeah.
So we should be okay as far as further Ancient One awakening, but... Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, I think you're.
I've completely spaced out. I was like, oh, what is this person going to do? Whoever it is,
Many
it's
options.
me. All right, I'm going to try, since I'm down to just my...
That's me.
You are not red.
Okay. All right. All right, since I think I'll just go around. I'm not going to spend my card, so I might as well try to go around and get guys.
And what's your hero do? Your person, your driver?
Oh, he can walk for 2 instead of 1. So maybe I should think about that.
Yeah,
Maybe
if there's
I'll-
a location with more guys.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll move... Well, I'm going to have a little inefficiency here, but I'm going to move up here and then get rid of this guy for 1. Maybe that's too much inefficiency, though. Because what I'm thinking is if I move 2, that's 1 action, and then I move another 2, yeah, I'll do that. So that's 2 actions. This is my 3rd to take care of the cultist.
And that's 12 cultists in the bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll move here for my 4th.
Okay.
Or MrLard, do you think you're going to take care of these 2 guys?
I think I am.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and just use my full movement to move to the diner.
Okay.
Hey, on
All
a
right.
bus station for next time.
Yeah, that's true. So I've got another Kingsport
Ooh,
card.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, so you're working on get you red maybe.
Ooh, and then I got a
Ooh.
relic. Last Hourglass. The active player may take any clue card from the player discard pile.
Oh, I think we do have a red in there. Let me see.
I could do that.
There's
No.
1 red.
Wait. Yes, we do. If you want it, it's a very.
Should I do that
Right.
now?
Oh,
That's the wrong one, Joe.
that is the wrong. I don't know what I'm thinking, but you know what I meant.
We do have 1 red one in there, but I think I'm going to wait to use it just in case. Because I can actually do it for any active player.
Oh.
So if somebody
Oh.
else...
So you could play relics on
Yeah.
other people's. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Sorry
You
for
could play it
touching
on Lard.
that. Yeah, I could.
Is there a Arkham in there?
Oh.
And he could shut
That's-
that gate down.
There
There is
is
an Arkham.
There is.
Does
Neat.
it cost you an action?
Nope.
You might as well, right? I mean, is there a reason
Well,
you
I
wouldn't?
do have to roll a sanity die, but do
What's
we
a
It
little
want
has to be on
sanity
the
for a
active
close
player,
game.
right?
do we want to save it for if we're a little more like if we're worried about another gate later on? Like he only needs 1 more.
I think we can risk it for a couple more turns. Another more rounds.
Do we get bonuses? Oh, the bonus you said is all the
One-
cultists in that town area. get
1
killed.
cultist per location is destroyed.
Location, you mean circles or
Yeah,
the
circles.
section? Okay.
Circles.
Oh.
Okay.
If I guess it's between you guys since you have the item and
I mean, I could close it this very next turn. Then we don't have to worry about the green.
Well, we still have to. Yeah, we do still spawn cultists in the city.
Yeah, that's true.
So it won't really have a gameplay effect, but it'll free up
Yeah.
your hand. I
It's
guess.
true. I mean, I'm trying to think because it'll put us closer to victory, but I'm not sure if we really need that right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's your call. It's your card. It's your relic.
I'll wait. I'll wait till the next
Okay.
round. See if somebody needs it a little bit more. I'm worried about blue and
if we
Yeah.
lose, that was the moment.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Mark the time. 51:28.
exactly.
All right. So I guess it's. Did you?
You need to draw your
Oh.
bad cards too.
Oh, I did draw both of my player cards. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we've got 1 at the hospital in
I
Innsmouth
got that.
and 1 in the farmstead in Dunwich.
Empty space. I like that.
Right, I got it.
All right.
All right. So I think I'm just going to clear out these fools. I mean, cultists.
Yeah.
Cook these. Fools.
All right. So that's 1 to move, 1 to get rid of one, another. So that's my 3 actions. So I have 1 left. And some wishful thinking. I'll move on top of the portal.
Oh, I like that. Come on.
All right. Come on, Arkham. Yeah.
Ooh, we're working on the next one.
Yeah.
Hey, but I like that. You got the starting to stockpile. The
Consistency, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now for the fun part. Park.
1 in the park. I got that.
And
He's in the park.
Wharf.
I get
Wharf's
the
getting a
war.
little crowded.
All right.
There it is.
Look at that cultist. This is my square circle.
Ooh, we need to getting filled up. We need the hunter.
Here you
to
go.
work.
Well, it's my turn, so that's awesome.
That's what I like.
So I'll move for 2, and then get rid of these guys. Oh no, not me, not
So
me,
your
not me.
dominance-
I'll get him.
Oh crap!
I'll get him.
I need to work on my mouse skills apparently here.
You're good at the cult murdering, not so much the moving.
Yeah.
And then I'll go hang out with these dudes over here. Oh, and then I fall over.
So
They're a bad influence on you.
are you able to get rid of them, or are you just moving?
No,
Okay.
just moving
Okay.
for my 4th. And then I will not take the entire thing this time.
Nice. Oh, by the way, the hand limit is 7 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Innsmouth.
Ooh,
Okay.
Oh, this bullshit.
All
The
right.
train station.
I got that.
And then the cafe.
It's got to be up there, yeah. All right.
At least I didn't cause lots of problems this time.
Yeah.
An improvement.
Oof, I don't know.
Where are you at, Joe?
Yeah, I'm trying to
He's over
figure
by
out
himself in purple.
Okay.
Surrounded.
what to do here.
How many cultists are in the bag? 11? Okay.
Got to kill some fools.
Yeah, although I'm pretty tempted to go back and give Lard the last card we need.
I wouldn't complain.
Mm,
I think I might. I've got Innsmouth, so I can discard it, and I'm in Innsmouth, so I can
Right.
go anywhere I want.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Whoops. Don't know why I did that.
I don't
So,
know what I did either.
I'm going to discard that and move on to Lard's space.
Hey, buddy. What are you?
That's one
Cultist.
action. And then second action, I can just give him this card.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's
And
my
it
max
doesn't-
card limit.
Cost anything?
That cost you an action.
Just so that's 2 actions. Okay. Yeah, Kristen's so removed from, but let's see. What do you know what you're gonna do next time, Kristen? Are you like still walking, or are you gonna travel by bus, or
I have no idea.
not sure yet?
I don't know.
Okay.
I also have the silver key if anyone needs to be anywhere, but anywhere at any given time.
Cool.
So for my third action, I'll move this guy 1, 2. And then fourth action,
Wait, what did you do?
I moved the cultist from here to here, close to.
Oh,
Kristen.
I did not realize that. I thought those were players you can move. I didn't realize that was cultists.
You can move, yeah.
That's cool.
And then what places have 2 cultists on them? Just
This
this
one up
one and this one.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Hospital.
We just put someone on the hospital, so I'm going to move this guy. One of these ones on this 2. Should I move it towards Kristen or maybe towards? Are you guys? Are we all going to stay in Arkham kind of for a bit? Well, Lard probably won't.
Yeah.
I'll just move him 1, 2.
Okay.
So yeah, if you put him in Arkham when the gate is sealed.
Oh yes, good thinking. That's definitely. Damn,
Yeah.
I should another one into Arkham. Oh, well. I think that's it. So I just draw my 2
Player cards.
player cards, and there's another Arkham. But that means I get a bus somewhere, maybe.
Just a traveling man.
Yeah. And now my city cards. So another cultist in Old Mill.
Got it.
Thank you. And another one at the police station in Arkham. I can get that one.
Okay.
That's another one we'll kill. And we're pretty close to the 1 hour mark.
Yeah,
That was the
let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back after a short break. So stay with us.